So what am I doing here? That's a pretty fair question. YouTube has always been something I've wanted to do, whether it be a job or a pastime or just a hobby. I've always found it either way is a way to explore my passions, or at least share them with others. I've made a few ill attempts in the past. I even have another channel that actually has some decent watch time for what's on there, but I've never felt the motivation to stick with it, and that kind of creates its own set of problems as far as the content I want to make and how I get it to you guys. So, let me start with this. What is Propsmith West? Well, in the most basic sense, it's stuff that, it's about props. I mean, it's in the name, of course. So, it's a place where I want to talk about the props, because one of my biggest things about any movie franchise, any TV show, anything like that, is the props. It's something I've always been fascinated with. One of my favorite things in any media ever is the sonic screwdriver from Doctor Who, which has always been fascinating to me, and that's really its own video in itself. But it's stuff like that I want to give you guys. I want to talk about props. I want to showcase props, prop replicas, prop histories, anything like that. Anything that strikes my fancy is something that I want you guys to know that I know. I used to be a trainer in one of my old jobs, and one of my favorite parts of that was just being able to teach people, and that's something I really want to do. So even with my other channel, Matchstick Man, it's going to change its content structure to be more like video essays about the media that inspires me and the media that I feel is important. Propsmith West, on the other hand, looks at a different side of that coin, where it's more about the things that are a part of those media franchises. Sonic screwdrivers, lightsabers, you know, blasters, like ships, speeders, airplanes, like anything you can think of, Walkmans, all this other stuff that I'm incredibly passionate about because I like to feel closer to the movies and shows that are a big part of my life. So, with that being said, the kind of content you can expect to see on this channel is going to be more geared towards exactly that. You're going to see stuff like model building, model painting, and miniatures maybe, and just anything that I can come up with having to do with everything prop related. And what do I want in the bigger picture? Well, it's a little more complicated. Because one of my things about props has always been they're very hard to find. And especially expensive, you know, high quality prop replicas are really hard to come by, and they're just that. They're expensive. So they're a little hard to acquire.
It's a little hard to come by.
I want to be able to acquire them myself. I want to be able to make them myself. However, one really important part of that is fabrication skills, which I have absolutely none of. So I don't even have equipment for it either. The most I can do is painting at the moment, which is okay. One of my favorite things to do is weather the little tiny ships that I get, and you can bet you're going to see that. However, eventually I want to do this for people. I want to sell people prop replicas that I make and I paint myself to showcase how much I care about these. You know, whether it be commissions on eBay or Etsy, I don't have enough of a foot in the internet marketplace to know about really any of that stuff, but it's still something I want to do, and it's still something I think about all the time. You know, I want to make sonic screwdrivers. I want to, one of the biggest projects I've ever wanted to do, not biggest, but one of the projects I wanted to do for the longest time. Sorry, I'm speaking really fast, I just realized. One of the projects I really wanted to do for a long time was a full, screen-accurate, like, high-quality build of the Graplex 3-cell flash gun lightsaber from Empire Strikes Back, which looks like this, but way better. because this is just, it's not a toy version, but this is the one you get from Disney, not Galaxy's Edge either. This is just the regular one. And, well, it looks the part and certainly gets across the vibe, and it's still one of my favorite sabers to walk around with. There are things about it that could be better, and I want to better those things, and even maybe eventually convert this one I'm holding right here. Make it NeoPixel and whatever the saber duelists are doing these days, and just make it that much more special to me. Because I want to feel as close as I can to the media franchises that I'm in love with. And, one of the other things, making this lightsaber, not necessarily making it, but for example, this is the Galaxy's Edge version of Luke's lightsaber, which takes its appearance from the hero prop of Return of the Jedi. Well, if you don't know this, there's two versions of this lightsaber in that movie. There's the hero prop, which looks like this, except this is copper. I don't know why they went with gold. Disney. And then the stunt prop, which, from my recollection and Mark Hamill's recollection, the stunt prop was reused from the motorized rotoscoping saber from A New Hope that was used for Obi-Wan, that was held by Alec Guinness. And this was not even copper on the stunt prop, it was black. This was not an activation box, this entire assembly right here was actually another Graflex clip just like this one. So it didn't have an activation box, it had a clamp card and a clamp lever, and it just had a bunch of weathering and paint spots, whatever. You can see a very good shot of it if you look when Luke grabs his lightsaber as soon as he catches it in Return of the Jedi, and you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. And I want to make this look like that. I want to make this look like that for other people too. I want to be able for people to send me whatever they want to send me, and I can turn it into anything else that I want to. That was the worst catch attempt, because it is really hard to see peripheral out of this helmet, but not too bad. See, I can do it there. So, overall, that's my main drive with this channel, and really what I'd like to aspire to do with anything regarding this. Eventually, I'll make content here, sure. I'd even like this to become a second job, as I already work 2 jobs, and I'm really looking to get rid of one because it's taking a lot of my schedule, and neither of them are, well, one of them is something I really like, but the other just isn't. And I want this to take the place of that, to be something that I can be passionate about and express myself with. Stuff like this isn't exactly easy. Again, the model painting. This Solo Falcon here was painted by me by hand because I don't have an airbrush. And say what you want, I think I did a pretty bang-up job, especially for this being my first model. So, but this is the kind of stuff I want to do, and I want to do this for other people as well. So, all in all, what I'm doing here is hoping to regain enough of a platform to where I can do these things. And maybe someday I'll be building replica cars, which is one of my greater passions. Hollywood cars, Kit, Herbie, Ecto-1, the DeLorean, my absolute favorite. All this, I want to build those, and I want to sell those to people. I need to stop talking so fast, I'm sorry. I just get very into this stuff, and I just want to get this out as fast as I can, because maybe with this, and maybe with more of a following, more of this content can come down the pipeline, and maybe something really amazing can come of all of this. So, if you made it this far, welcome to Propsmith West. And stay tuned for anything prop related, painting, models, unboxings, showcases, everything like that. And if you can, go ahead and check out my other channel, Matchstick Man. There's a few gaming videos on there right now, but like I said earlier, it's likely to change its content structure to something more like video essays, to really talk about why these media franchises are so important to me. and everything else that comes along with that. Also check out my Instagram at OyMatchstickMan, which is a reference in and of itself, but that's OY_Matchstickman. I've got a few of my Guardians of the Galaxy cosplay pictures on there right now, but hopefully a lot of that stuff will change and you'll see a lot more content on there as well. As far as prop replicas, I might post my entire prop replica collection or even my entire random Star Wars collection. And anything like that, anything I can think of just to get all of this out there. So again, thank you so much for watching, and I really hope you guys stay tuned to the Propsmith West. I'll see you guys later.